everyone and welcome to Food Review UK Vlogs. My name is MJ and I'm filming this from our hotel room in Florida. We are in Florida and it has been an amazing holiday so far. We're about halfway through it. So we're in Florida mainly for the parks and all that kind of thing. However, there was some very exciting news that we became aware of last week when we were actually in Florida, that for one day only, McDonald's in the US were releasing the Szechuan sauce. McDonald's are releasing the Szechuan sauce, which of course has been made famous by Rick and Morty, a cult and hilarious TV show cartoon, which if you don't watch it, I'd strongly recommend it. It actually took me a couple of stabs to get into, but now I'm into it. It's absolutely hilarious. It's really, really funny and really imaginative. Szechuan sauce. And anyway, in one of the episodes, they mention this fabled Szechuan sauce. Sorry, I can't say it. Szechuan sauce. I sound like an idiot when I say that. Szechuan sauce. Szechuan sauce, which was which accompanied the release of Mulan in 1998. And so, riding off of the back of that popularity, McDonald's have recently released some buttermilk chicken tenders, and so alongside that, they have released a sauce, a Szechuan sauce, which has got kind of this this sort of cartoon design packaging, which hopefully you're seeing on screen now. So we became aware of this last week, and sorry, I've got like a sticky up bit of hair on my eyebrow there. Szechuan sauce. We became of this last week, and you may have seen, actually, if you're following our Instagram page at Frutgram, you may have seen that we posted about it on there. The amazing thing was that yes, we're actually in the US the very day that it's on. I mean, obviously we're here for a 2-week period, but that day that they're releasing it happens to fall within that 2-week period that we're here. So obviously we were insanely excited. Now, the sort of catch is that the product was only planned to come to an extremely limited number of stores. There were also a number of stores getting posters as well. But the number of stores that actually had the actual sauce, like the actual product, was minute. Now, if you've ever been to America, you may well know or you may have even heard just through general pop culture or just through life, that you can barely drive 500 feet without seeing a McDonald's. Okay, that's a little bit of an exaggeration, but there are McDonald's everywhere here. There's sort of McDonald's everywhere, there's 7-Elevens everywhere. You do not have to drive far at all to actually reach a McDonald's. Szechuan sauce. I mean, from where we are at this hotel, there's one about 2 minutes down the road, then there's one about 3 minutes after that, and then a couple more, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, blah blah blah. You get the point. But there are tons around here. The nearest McDonald's to here in Orlando, you know, one of the biggest tourist places in the world, is literally an hour's drive away. So this is an hour's, and we're about 10 minutes away from Disney, so it's like 50 minutes away from Disney. If that sort of puts it into perspective a little bit. So yeah, very, very limited, and there generally is literally like a handful of branches actually doing them in the state of Florida. There's not many at all. So we had to drive an hour. You know, we were already consigned to the fact that we were going to do this. It was releasing at 2 PM today, which is Saturday the 7th of October. So we were really excited to go. Knowing that it was releasing at 2 PM, we wanted to get there a little bit early, so we wanted to get there for sort of 1:30 time, which I thought would maybe be okay. So even I probably underestimated it a little bit. Anyway, we cruised on down there. We were actually a little bit late in the end. We got there for about 1 to 2. And it was busy as hell. Like, it was hella busy. It was crazy. Hopefully you're seeing some footage on screen now of just how busy it really was. The one that we were going to, it was sort of near a university, I think the University of Orlando. So there was a lot of students about and all that kind of thing, and the queue to actually get in was huge, and the queue for the drive-through was sort of rammed as well. And there was a lot of sort of fair bit of congestion and just not chaos, I wouldn't say, but it was busy in the car park, and there were people nearly reversing into each other, all this kind of thing. Szechuan sauce. Anyway, we pulled into the drive-through, and I wasn't like, oh, we're definitely gonna get the sauce. I thought, you know, maybe if we're there early enough for when it opens and when it launches, you know, we should hopefully get there. I think we pulled up to the drive-through probably about 1 or 2 minutes past 2, and they informed us they were sold out. I was sort of surprised by this because there was a queue of probably, what, 300 plus people queuing to get into the store. So I thought it was weird that they were sold out and they hadn't told them, because they were still there by the time we left about 5 minutes later. So anyway, we ordered the buttermilk chicken tenders, and they were nice. There is a separate review for that product up on the channel, or going up shortly if it's not already up. And sort of, yeah, annoying that we had to drive to Szechuan sauce. Whilst it was an hour away from our hotel, we were doing a little bit of stuff sort of closer to Orlando, so it was only about a 40-minute drive from where we were. And pretty happy to make the drive. We were doing a few bits on the way and on the way back, so I can't really complain about that element, and certainly not doing so. But definitely disappointing that we didn't get it. Now, one of the comments that the lady that saw us said was that they had, she said something along the lines of, "Oh, we only had 20 in, so we sold out." We're sold out. Obviously, it was one or 2 minutes past when I got there to the window. So I was like, 20. That seems like I was envisioning 20 like cases, 20 boxes, and I thought that sounded absolutely ridiculous. I thought that sounded crazily small, like a crazy small amount, considering with their normal products you get 2 dips anyway, so that's, you know, any number that they get, you halve it, because that's how many per customer. So they've got 10 cases of this product that we probably had to pass like 100 McDonald's to get to put it in perspective. Absolutely crazy. You know, when I say past 100, I mean there were probably something like 100 McDonald's nearer to us than this one. That is what I mean by that. So in the radius of us, if that makes sense. So yeah, I thought it was crazy that they only got 20 cases. And now I get back this evening and I start reading about the kind of how the event went down across America. Guys, it sounds like an absolute shit show. It really does. Szechuan sauce. When I heard that she said that they got 20 in, and I assumed it was 20 cases. No, guys, that was 20 packets. That was 20 individual sauces, which means 2 per customer. That means 10 customers. What on earth is that about? That is absolutely crazy. That is such a shitty thing to do on McDonald's part. If you promote that online with the big campaign and big push that they did, Rick Morty is like a global phenomenon. Pushing that online to the extent that they did, and advertising all these branches that we're going to have it. I mean, did you seriously think that only 10 people were going to turn up? Yo, of course you know that there's going to be thousands of people that will show up throughout the course of that afternoon. Guaranteed, and that is per branch. So what McDonald's is said is, oh, we're definitely happy for thousands of people to come out here, but more than happy for 10 people to get it, and the remaining 990, more than happy for them to be disappointed. We're more than happy to spread that disappointment and that negativity towards our fan base. Absolutely crazy. That is the most mental thing I've ever heard. Couldn't believe it. Absolutely, it made me sort of angry. Like, I can understand if they're sold out, you know, due to popular demand, but yeah, we got there when it launched. I just can't wrap my head around it, guys. I'm not so angry. I'm sort of consigned, because I'm sort of pessimistic. I sort of consigned ourselves that we weren't going to get them anyway, but it absolutely boggles the mind. It really does. And McDonald's, yeah, really scummy on your part to create such a unique and interesting product, and the packaging design is amazing and just really exciting, and then to do this, I think that's really disappointing. So McDonald's US, if you happen to be watching, we did drive a long way to get there, and it sort of was a pretty big opportunity for us and an exciting thing. If you happen to be watching this and you want to send us one, let me know, drop me a message, because that would be appreciated. But more important than that, more important than our little channel getting our review done, look at all the hundreds and hundreds of fans that you've let down. Or it will be thousands, but probably it'll be tens of thousands in America that you've really let down. So yeah, just really disappointing for McDonald's US to have something so exciting that they do, and then to fuck it up so greatly is a really disappointing thing. But Let me know what your thoughts on this subject are in the comments below, guys, because I'd be really interested to hear. Thank you once again for watching, and if you are new to this channel, do subscribe for more, because we don't always rant, sometimes we review food as well. Cheers. Szechuan sauce, Szechuan sauce, Szechuan sauce, Szechuan sauce, Szechuan sauce, Szechuan sauce, Szechuan sauce.